This is week 4 and I'm going to be showing you how to do different watercolour techniques. The first technique that I'm going to show you is called lifting out. So to start off with, I'd like you to mix up 2 different blue washes. The first one that you're going to use is going to be your warmer wash, which is ultramarine blue mixed with cobalt blue, and the cooler wash is using cobalt blue and cerulean blue. So you're going to have these 2 washes made up first. You're also going to have a grey purple mixed up using rose madder, burnt sienna, and a touch of your cerulean blue. So that is for later. So the first thing that you're going to be doing is wetting your watercolour paper with a sponge. Make sure it's clean. And you're going to wet the whole area with the sponge so it's nice and wet. Then you're going to take a flat square brush and you're going to paint your cobalt blue and ultramarine mix, which is your warmer mix, and you're going to start at the top, going across, back and forth to roughly halfway down. So towards the horizon, I want you to actually fade out by adding more water, that top wash, and I'd like you to start to add the cool blue. While the sky is still wet, what I'd like you to do is to take a piece of tissue and lift out the cloud shapes. This needs to be done immediately, and you can vary your pressure, so pressing softer and harder, varying the shape and the size of the clouds as well. Try and keep them looking natural. The more pressure you apply, the more paint you're going to lift off. Less pressure applied usually towards the lower part of the cloud. Okay, so you're going to let this dry before you do the next stage. So some of you may want to finish at this point. If you want to add a little bit more to your clouds using your grey that you have mixed, which is using your rose madder, burnt sienna and your cerulean blue, you're going to start by just dropping in on the bases of the bottoms of the clouds some of this purpley grey that you've mixed. If you look at clouds, you'll notice that the underside of them tends to have this darker, greyer tone to it. So just suggest that, making sure you're using a big enough brush. You tend to work from the centre out. And you want to see the colour spread slowly into the other colour, as well as leaving certain areas slightly white. So it's all about achieving very soft edges soft diffused edges rather than hard edges. If you're not happy with any area and you're just seeing it's coming out too harsh or too hard, come in again with your wet brush and just soften it. So as you go back into the clouds and adding the shadows, you will probably need to add a little bit more water as you go along. And there you have your first technique of lifting out. Thank you for watching.